and gentlemen, episode 93, we have Brian Baumgartner here today.
That's right.
Office extraordinaire, cook extraordinaire.
That's a weak clap, by the way. Just on your knee. Just don't do it.
What if I did?
Don't do it.
What if I did?
Yeah.
Brian Baumgartner.
No. We'll put something in post.
But now your mic doesn't work. So it's really... it doesn't work like that.
I feel like the knee clap.
Anyway.
I do a knee clap for everyone.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
but you're fucking up the audio. It's going to be hard for the audio listeners.
You didn't do anything? You didn't clap?
I was just here in support.
Oh, okay. You're just the shadow guy? Well, anyways, thanks for being here, my friend.
Of course. Thank you.
How you doing today?
Good. I mean, I have a wood-paneled room. I've never felt more comfortable in a wood-paneled room.
I'm glad
Fully
There you
wood
go.
panel.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're-
It's not half of the room or anything like that.
No, we got the beach behind us.
Real sand?
Oh, real sand.
Yeah.
From Santa Monica?
Yeah. From Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Is it from Myrtle Beach?
No.
It's from Home Depot, aisle 11.
Yeah. In South Carolina.
I got 3
Yeah.
bags. Yeah.
But you are here today for not only just because we're new best friends.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
like that,
yeah.
But you are promoting a new
We've been
cook-
hanging out for like 4 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We
man.
just
golfed.
pre-gaming.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been texting all night.
We just
So
hit the
excited.
18. Yeah. But if you would like to dive in, my friend, to your cookbook here.
I have a cookbook.
Yeah, you do.
That's right.
It's out now.
Wait, so this
Like-
is your second cookbook.
This
that
is my
right?
second cookbook. You can count. That's good.
Well, so you had Seriously Good, the chili cookbook.
Seriously
correct?
good chili cookbook.
And then
yes.
now you're doing barbecue.
Seriously good barbecue cookbook.
Damn.
See how the names are
Yep.
very
Yep.
similar but
Yep.
different slightly?
Can you tease what's next? Are you already thinking about what's next?
I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
Seriously Good sweet treats?
Breakfast.
Sweet treats?
Seriously good
Breakfast.
breakfast
Yeah.
items?
I don't think you like that one. You didn't knee clap. Why didn't you knee clap for that one? Yeah. A slow knee clap.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's the deal. I did chili. I don't know. I had an incident with chili a few years ago.
Yep.
So that one made sense. And I had never made chili before that incident happened.
Really?
I know. But then afterward, I did and was making it. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if it was my first time or whatever, but I was making it and I snapped a picture and posted online and really just kind of like I thought apparently other people thought the association was cool too. And so I ended up putting getting a bunch of chefs together, putting that one together. But this is actually Brian's real passion. Like I love barbecue. I love grilling. I love cooking outside. You know, I travel a lot, but when I'm home, literally like 4 or 5 nights a week, I'm doing something. Yeah, and thankfully in Southern California, you can do it most of the year. Yeah. So this was really about, really for me and because I really like it and have been able to meet again some other chefs and people and assembled a bunch of recipes. There's a bunch of like tips and tricks, I guess. That's such a lame thing to say.
I liked
Tips and
it.
tricks,
No, but
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
really
I feel like there's like you have your smokers. There's like charcoal. There's charcoal science.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to say, like, how much time and effort goes into, because you say you do this just for cooking your own dinner.
Yes.
Like, isn't like cooking a meal for yourself like a long time to like,
so
barbecue it?
that's. I mean, it's funny. I just 30 minutes ago posted a TikTok video,
Nice.
and I can say whatever I want here very
Yeah.
clearly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that
Were you dancing in it?
No, some people started giving me shit. No, I was doing a grilled chicken
Yeah.
because I used a gas grill. I mean, people get insane about it.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is totally ridiculous.
There's like it's like extremist almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to. Oh, it's
The
there it is right there. That's what I
thing looks
just
amazing,
posted.
By the way.
Weird, by the way. Spoiler alert: we're recording this before you're actually watching or listening to this conversation. Sorry.
Fourth wall, bro.
So now you can discover when we were talking because I just posted this video 30 minutes ago.
Shocking.
But no. So and I guess it got edited out of the video. But one of the things I talked about is like this. Lighting up a smoker, if you work all day and you do that and it's 6 hours, like the math doesn't work. You can't do
The whole
that.
day is gone.
Yeah, you can't. You literally can't do that. So
Starving.
So I actually think a gas grill is great and use it quite a bit, like just for speed and efficiency.
So how many days?
Because that's me. I'm speedy and efficient.
Seriously good speed and efficient cookbook. So how many days a week do you do like the barbecue? Because just for your own personal meals and dinners.
Yeah, like 4 or 5. Yeah, something. I mean, and it's vegetables. You know, do a lot of chickens, fish, red meat. Yeah, I mean, really, I'm literally listing foods right now.
Were you cooking before? Were you going this hard on cooking before you're acting?
So that's what I was saying. Like chili, no, that was an acquired thing. I am really passionate about it now. I'm not false about it, but it really came sort of out of that association and kind of, tongue in cheek, kind of being fun about that. But I did get really into it. But this is really what I do love to. I mean, because even chili, it does take a long time to do it.
Because you also, what was it what was it called? The National Chili
World Championship Chili Cook-Off. Yes.
And then there's like the Chili Society.
There's an International Chili
really
Society.
Scary.
No, I know. And so the first year I went there, they were like, yeah, and I'm probably by a year or two off or whatever, but the first year I went there, they were like, and this is our 57th year. And I was like, whoa. This has been going on like that long and has sustained itself. But that's literally, it's really funny. Maybe you were doing some research, but it's in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Dude, you were shocked when I
real.
said that.
Yeah, I was. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, I did it. Yep. Oh, my research.
Yeah. So I met a bunch of people there, and the culture of that is really great, as it is with barbecue. But again, this is really what I do. You know what I got into as well, which we don't talk about too much in here, but you know how people had their like pandemic activities?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Weirdly, mine was pizza.
Nice.
I was renting a house that had a built-in brick stone pizza oven outside. Had never used it, and then you're stuck at home, and I'm like, I don't anybody know where to get some yeast? Like I like, and so I was like making like dough and letting it sit because I had nothing else to nothing else to do. But I really got into that as well. So
Well, it's cool because even for the chili cookbook, it's not like you're like, oh, I'm just gonna do this like really couple recipes, super tongue in cheek. Like you actually went hard and did the research.
Yeah, and I've made this joke before. Like when I started, probably like when the incident happened, I thought, well, there are 3 types of chili. Mild, medium, and hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that's it was like, oh, okay. But no, I mean, going to this thing, there's chili verde, they call it the green chili, or white chicken chili, and so I mean, it's a whole thing, but there's a lot of recipes in that, as in this as well, that are vegetarian or vegan or whatever. So yeah.
Would you ever start like a little barbecue stand or like a?
Do you think I should?
A brick and mortar? I
Just
think it would crush.
Just right outside.
Yeah, I think it would.
A little
crush.
marketing scheme. You can have Joey Chestnut absolutely down your food for a competition.
Yeah.
That's right. Wait, what was the newest one that just happened?
Oh,
was it
yeah.
ice cream? Is that what it was?
I think it was. He just did one recently.
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut.
I thought he was done.
No, he just did one recently.
Really?
But it wasn't the hot
for-
dog thing. It was like ice cream. It was something weird. I was like, how can you?
I don't know. Kenny's on it.
You'll look it up.
if Joey Chestnut just downs all of your ribs and stuff. I think that'd
That
be
sounds
great.
like a fun time.
What's the while Kenny is actively searching, what is your opinion on dipping sauces with barbecue? Like, do you think it makes the meal better?
So
Oh my God! Sorry, I found it. He did.
Oh, he did do ice cream.
like 8 or 10 pints of ice cream.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
At a minor league baseball game. That's so
But he had
cool.
no. It was just him. Like, there's no competition for it, right?
I mean,
I don't think so.
about that. Look at the guy in the wiener suit, like holding his head.
Did he not realize that it was ice cream and not a hot dog eating competition? 'Cause
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
So he's doing it for fun.
Wow.
Yeah, this looks fun.
That
dude.
does not.
Yeah.
That is definitely not fun later on. Sure.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Nutrafol. For most of us, summer means spending as much time outside as we can. We put sunscreen on to protect our skin, but what about protecting our hair? Whether you're hitting the beach, hiking the mountains, or hosting a barbecue for friends, make sure your hair is as ready as you are with Nutrafol. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, with over 1 million people seeking thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. In a clinical study, 84% of men showed improvement after 6 months of taking Nutrafol men's hair growth supplements. Take their hair wellness quiz on Nutrafol.com/men for a personalized hair health plan based on your specific root causes. Purchase online, no prescription or doctor's visits required. Free shipping and automated deliveries ensure you'll never miss a day. See results in 3 to 6 months. Take the first step towards achieving your hair growth goals. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code ZAZ. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men, spelled Nutrafol.com/men, promo code ZAZ. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code ZAZ. Thank you, Nutrafol. Dipping sauces.
Oh, so like barbecue sauce and stuff. So
Well, I mean,
here's-
like ranch or like
like
blue cheese.
dipping dipping like ribs in ranch.
Yeah, like do you think dipping sauces make meals better? Is what I'm basically.
I mean,
asking.
so it's weird. I gave you a look because that sounds kind of weird, but I do like dipping sauce.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with a good dipping sauce. But here is what I was going to say, and we talk about this in the book a lot, actually, or in several places. When I was a kid, like without naming any names, like chain restaurants, I feel like for them it's doesn't matter what they're making. It is literally just sauce.
Yeah.
Like it's just it is about it. Yeah, and it usually doesn't. The meat is not very good.
Yeah.
It's not of high quality.
Yeah.
And it's just about the sauce. And they're like, isn't the sauce amazing? So I am a very big believer of finding responsible farms that are raising animals in a responsible way and getting meat from there. And it is primarily it's the right thing to do, but also it just makes everything taste better.
Yeah.
I mean, it just really does. And so I feel like that is #1 important thing. And I do a lot with rubs, so spices and stuff, and not a ton of sauce. Definitely have sauce there. We'll sort of put a layer on it. I'm not saying I'm like anti-sauce or whatever, but that is the most important thing.
Yeah.
You can really taste a difference.
Got it. But blue cheese though.
Blue cheese with it? Yeah.
Just making sure we're on the same
Yeah,
page.
I'm so passionate about blue
I just want to make sure that we're dipping.
Is blue cheese your sauce?
I love blue cheese.
Really?
Yeah, I like blue cheese a lot.
Like on a salad? Or
Salad, I dip my fries in it. I would pour blue cheese.
fries in it?
Yeah.
This guy's
I also like honey mustard with my fries as well.
What's wrong with ketchup or ranch?
Yeah, gotta branch out.
Okay.
We gotta
All
break
right.
the white
All right.
stereotypes.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm actually no sauce at all. Not a fan of sauce.
Wow.
No sauce.
Yeah, no sauce. Don't like the texture.
You're anti-sauce.
Yeah, I'm anti-sauce. Don't like
That's why
it.
we work so well
Yeah.
together.
If you have just on a theoretical basis a chicken finger, you just eat a
Just
chicken.
raw dog. Yeah, just straight.
That's
Yeah.
criminal. You actually eat hot dogs without anything.
No hot dogs without nothing.
Oh, you're an anti-condiment guy.
yeah. I just don't like. I don't know what it is. I just get this weird like ick.
So you have no moisture in your body when you're eating.
No, I'll drink water.
Okay.
What about like on a burger?
Very rare. Like an aioli is like extremely rare.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Aioli?
Yeah.
So
Aioli
no
makes-
like ketchup, mustard.
Nothing. Like I'll do a paste like the garlic, the whipped garlic thing in
Yeah.
the chicken video. Like I could probably do that.
I'm telling you, that stuff is really good. Yeah,
Okay,
you
good.
do want that. Yeah.
The chili picture that you referenced that you sent to your office mates or whatever.
Yeah.
What was the picture in reference to? Like, look at this meal that I just made, or like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, no, literally.
I thought it was like,
no.
like
It
we were
was, no, it was. I mean, and
just
that's what
showing
I
off.
meant. It was just more like I was not like a pre-planned thing or anything. I was making chili, and my brain at the time was like, "Oh, it's me making chili." So I
Yeah.
just literally took a picture of
Got
chili
it.
with
And it turned into-
kind of no comment. Yeah,
Yeah.
it turned into.
and they wrote it into the episode or made
No,
it.
no. This is after. This is
Oh,
this
okay.
is years. This
Got
is
it,
when
got it.
I started to like
Got it.
to make it. Yeah.
Roger. What was your inspiration? Like, have you had childhood dreams of being a chef, or like, did you cook at home when you were a kid?
Not really. I mean, I think in the South, culturally,
Yeah.
barbecue is a big thing.
Yeah.
So I have been around it. It's weird. I mean, the cooking thing for me, well, so I started doing theater before this, and I weirdly worked with a director who we would have rehearsal. I worked with them a number of times, and we would have rehearsals in the afternoon, and they would take a dinner break, and then rehearsals in the evening.
Mhm.
Their dinner break was 2.5 hours, and I was like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? But he was French, and he would go home and he would pour a glass of wine and he would cook like
It was like
paella
yeah.
cook,
Dude, yeah.
like really cook. And I remember talking to him, and I started to cook with him a little bit, and he would talk about that it relaxes his brain, so he's not like constantly focused on the work, like just finding something. And that's how I use golf too, by the way. Is just finding something that I can go away, concentrate on. I'm an activities guy, so concentrate on doing this activity. And that's, it is like the whatever social media joke about like, what did you and your buddy talk about on the golf course? And I'm like, how his shot on hole 7? Like, I don't know. So I use cooking the same way.
Yeah,
Just
it
like
is
let
very
everything go away.
therapeutic, and it's funny because there is a lot of people who just like they just cook just to eat. Like,
Right.
I just need my nutrition, I need my sustenance or whatever. But I feel like if they could just put a little bit more effort, they'll find it a little bit more.
Isn't America the fastest eating times at a restaurant? And then
That makes
That makes
that
a
makes
lot of
sense.
I'm pretty sure there's stats of it.
Right.
Yeah, but that would make sense. What do you think is the best state for barbecue? Texas.
I mean, it's just
gonna get him canceled.
different. I'm not answering that question.
South Carolina.
No, Carolina. I mean, Carolina is great, and it's really different.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Memphis. I mean, they're all. So I feel like Georgia, which is, in case you're not aware of geography, is in the deepest part of the South.
Yeah.
I feel like it's sort of an amalgamation. I don't feel like there's anything specifically Georgian or whatever. It's much more like South Carolina is different. It's like vinegary, mustardy. Then you've got like more typical barbecue sauce, what you would think of as that, like Texas and stuff. But we talk about the regions and even the way that stuff is prepared in different regions and where it got its influences for sure.
Not to stir up competition, but me and Zach are big food guys, right?
Oh,
Zach?
yeah, we are.
Zach's a big chef in the morning.
You want to see my breakfast
Yeah,
items
you
that I make?
gotta see his breakfast.
This will
Uh,
make the breakfast pitch make a little more sense.
Feel free to commentate on my breakfast items here.
This is what Zach eats every
This is legit, by the way. I'm not joking around.
morning.
What is that? Is that peas?
Zoom in.
So what I do is, just to preface this, is I like,
This is what you eat every day.
not every day, but I like having for breakfast eggs with leftover items from the night before, and then I have yogurt on the side. So that
So that
With
blob,
tart.
the blob is with peanut butter on top.
The yogurt with peanut butter?
Yep, that's on the
Okay.
right
But look
side.
how close the peas are to.
But those are peas.
No, it's
Is that
edamame.
edamame?
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
Oh,
So
that
I had
makes it
leftover
better.
edamame. And
Edamame.
I just
Okay, that's
threw
better
it,
than
threw it
peas.
on some eggs.
Okay.
And
And that's what you do.
yeah. And then so the next slide here.
Sure.
This is leftover taco meat with
Oh.
eggs, and I like to have sliced tomatoes usually with my meals.
Okay. Every meal?
Usually every meal. Yep. It depends on
A
how
lot
I
of
go to the grocery
tomatoes.
store.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you like? Is it, that is foul? What is that?
There goes book number
Why
3.
Like there's a weird like I kind of get no maybe I don't
It's the
get
plating.
it
I
at all.
think it's the plating too.
The plating
Yeah.
is horrendous.
The wet spoon is kind of a gross
Yeah.
detail.
Yeah,
too.
look at that. Is that
Yeah.
intentional? Are you intentionally trying to make people sick?
So I just don't like to do dishes. So I just put it.
What?
I put it all on one plate, just to save a plate.
What are you talking about?
It saves a bowl.
So wait, what's this?
This
Yeah, what's this one?
is, ooh. Oh yeah, this is rice, cut up onions. It's fried rice with eggs,
I guess.
basically. So extra fried rice,
Extra eggs.
extra eggs.
Extra
Yeah.
fried rice.
Yeah,
Wow.
with
All right.
a little
Okay,
You're
arugula.
special.
If you had to eat one, which one would you pick? You have to pick one.
Thanks, Gabe.
fried rice. What was that?
That one was just deli turkey. That was the
I
one
think
to the
this is
right.
my pick.
One to the right.
Oh, this one?
No,
Sorry. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay.
deli turkey with some chili verde sauce.
just
Yeah.
just turkey, just deli turkey. That's an absolute no.
Oh, I thought that was the most normal.
No.
What? No, I mean I think I would try. I think I would like, what do you call it? Like
Throw it
eggs.
away.
I would throw it away. But like no, I would like kind of like close my eyes and pretend this was like what's the
Fear factor.
no the like
Like
not
chorizo?
chilaquiles. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. I
yeah.
would think, oh, okay, this is.
Oh.
I would probably go with that one. I mean, it
Yeah.
looks horrible.
Have you ever seen the video of the girl smelling chocolate but eating like broccoli or vegetables? So she thinks that she's mentally eating the chocolate, but she's actually eating healthy.
Really?
Have you ever seen those videos?
No.
Yeah, it's like a mental thing.
Does it work?
It looks like she's enjoying the broccoli because she thinks it's chocolate.
She thinks it's chocolate.
Yeah, so I was saying
There you
that's what
go.
you would do with my breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you would do with my
Your eggs.
He's smelling chorizo.
Do you know her, by the way?
No, do
No,
not.
Okay.
no.
Okay.
You can
She is. No, that is so. That is. Oh my God! The dance at the end. I mean, I'm sure she's a very nice woman.
Yeah.
I don't want to disparage her too much. That looks fake to me.
Okay.
That looks fake to me.
Totally fair.
That one, like full on looks fake. Sometimes you see a video and the first time you watch it, you're like, oh, wow. And the second time you're like,
That's true.
this defies all logic. And why is there a camera rolling?
Very true.
I mean, I realized I did a show for 10 years.
Yeah.
You could ask, why is the camera rolling? But really, why is the camera in the corner of the room to watch them fall over balls or whatever?
Hey guys, this episode of the Zach and Wahlid Show, it's brought to you by McDonald's. All right, listeners, here's some food for thought. Is there anything better than saving money? We think this feeling is right up there with beautiful weather, a good night's sleep, or enjoying a tasty kebab from a Wahlid's kebab cart. What do you think, Wahlid? Oh, his stomach's grumbling. We love to save money in our everyday lives with the McDonald's app. The McDonald's app constantly has amazing deals, like free medium fries, or even a quarter-pounder BOGO deal. Bing! Downloading the McDonald's app is a no-brainer because you can get a new deal every single day. What could be more fiscally responsible than that? Me and Tots are headed for a concert tonight, and we're not going to be having dinner, but we will be having a late-night dinner with McDonald's. We're going to be having, some burgers, a quarter-pounder. Maybe we will use the app for a free fry. Can't wait. We love McDonald's. And we love saving money. It's a match made in heaven. Save money every day with the McDonald's app. Must opt in to rewards. Thanks, McDonald's.
Anyway.
I get to tee you up now. Wahlid has a kebab cart.
Oh yeah.
Legit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually good food. Good stuff.
Where is it?
It's
with no sauce.
No, sauce. God. No, I had to compromise.
You have your own sauce too.
Yeah, I have my own sauce. It's like a yogurt mint, like chutney, cucumber.
Yeah,
that we do
okay.
at
So
the
like
kebab
a
cart. Yeah.
Like a tahini or like a
It's like a yogurt dip. It's like a tzatziki almost.
tzatziki. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Sweet.
similar.
But you don't eat it?
I eat it. This
Okay,
is
that one
yeah.
had no
The
sauce.
sauce?
at
Oh,
all.
that-
No,
Sauce.
it was just sumac. I just put it on the grill. But this is a kebab cart that I bought
No
for a
sauce.
lot of money. No sauce at all.
That was planned, right?
Yeah, and then I just do pop-ups like once a month, and it's all my mom's recipes.
Okay.
And then
That's a cart? Oh yeah, I see it.
yeah, it's like classic halal cart. Go find the images.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
But it's a lot of fun. So my dad used to be a big like kebab chef.
Yeah. Oh, there
And
you go.
so all his restaurants failed.
Really?
Yeah, because it's hard. Because it's like he had all his restaurants in Orange County, and so it's like Afghan cuisine is not very popular in Orange County.
In like cart, he had carts?
No, he had like sit down restaurants.
I see.
And then so I learned how to cook from him, and then I started making content, and then very similar. I was like, oh, I want to do this thing that's really fun for me, and it's sick.
That's
It's like,
awesome.
yeah, it's tight. And then we make a bunch of weird characters. I made the Arab minion that you saw there earlier.
Yeah.
I also put Zach on the cart. Go back to the image. He's right there. He goes, I never had this type of food before.
I never said that, by the way.
Mr. Beast, ask about cater. It's like the most bootleg halal cart you'll ever see.
I like it a lot, actually. And now I might steal the idea. Now I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You might have to.
Attention.
And it's perfect because I could hitch this thing anywhere.
You don't drive it?
No. It's like not. It's my daily driver.
When you say a lot, how much is that? How much was the cart?
Cart
not gonna
itself.
say, or
No, I
you
can
will?
say.
No, he
I
said
can
it
say
before.
Yeah. Cart itself was like 21,000. I did a full wrap on it, which was 4, and then
That's 25.
yeah, and then all the permitting equipment. I probably spent like another, like almost 30. So 30K. But I love
Total.
it. Yeah, total.
And you didn't have to like that came with all
it
the
came with all the permits. Yeah.
all the like the cooking stuff and
It came with
the
like the
cooking stuff, like a grill,
yeah,
like
two,
all that.
Yeah, 2 refrigerators, cold storage. Didn't come with a generator. Had to buy that, and then just had to buy like some smaller cooking equipment.
Awesome,
Yeah,
cool.
but it's so much fun.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but it's also my biggest fear of the thing crashing somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's trying to take it like across the U.S. How do you think it would do in South Carolina or anywhere? Like,
South Carolina is tough, and that's the like. See, I thought you were talking about like to me a cart has got to be. By the way, this is the most obvious thing that will be said today. It needs to be in a high traffic area.
Oh,
I'm not doing so well.
should I
dude.
not put it outside my house?
Yeah. So like, and Orange County doesn't seem like. I mean, unless you're like in Laguna or like
No,
on the
yeah,
beach.
No. I bring this out to like LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
The white people out in Laguna are like, I've never had this type
I
of.
never had this thing before. yes.
But getting into the office now, if that's okay with you. The incident that happened.
Yeah.
It was a one take thing, right? Because I
It was a
I saw. I think it was in your chili quotes from your chili book.
Okay.
You said that they only had like 3 rounds of carpeting or something
That's
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
But you could maybe walk me through it further.
So yeah, I mean, there was one of the most rehearsed scenes because of the ramifications of what was going to happen. But it was still there was a lot that you could not predict and like how far it would go. They did some testing, but they didn't want me to practice it because
Yeah.
So yeah, the guy came and you could see how far it spread. So the piece of carpet is like from the door all the way around under like Dwight and Jim's desk, all the way sort of around the corner because they anticipated. I mean, and now when you look at it frozen like that,
Yeah, it's insane.
it goes a long way.
Yeah.
This was done at the end of a day, by the way. They had plenty of time to clean up. And I mean, the joke I always make, which is totally true. They had, I had like 7 outfits. They had 3 giant pieces of carpet. They had, all of the stuff to be able to do it. But I don't think anyone realized like they needed a new me. Like I was like, my hands were stained and
Oh damn!
like, yeah, I mean, it was intense. So thankfully, yeah, we got it all done. And I remember they had set up, which they didn't have very often, but like a way that they could watch it like right after, like loop back and
make sure it was all good.
to see if they got it. And I was standing there and they're like peeling clothes off of me. And I'm like, please say we got it. Please say we got it. Yeah.
Was that like a legit chili recipe, or did they just make some combo of
There
food
was some
just-
chili in there.
Got
Yes,
it.
that was chili.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
I thought
I have revealed this, I think, only once before. So when you think about it, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
You have never thought about this before,
Mhm.
but think about, and I don't know how much it was, like it would be like, you're talking about probably 70 pounds. I don't know, 67. I mean,
Yeah.
like of that. So if you have
Yeah.
that, now think about how it spills.
Mhm.
Like, how do you flip? Like, just technically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holding,
How do you drop it?
Yeah.
So they constructed a way. The bottom half is styrofoam.
Oh,
So it was-
so it just
So it was
explodes.
light. So it was light on the bottom. So when I went like this, it would flip up and it would spill out.
Damn.
Wow. That is
Damn.
honestly mind blowing. Didn't know that.
So watch it again. If you think about it being, and I don't know what is that too much. You think about how big that pot is.
Yeah.
That's got to be like. So, see, watch this. It
Oh
flips.
yeah.
But if it
Seamlessly.
weighed, if it the whole thing, just if the weight was going straight
would-
down,
yeah,
it
yeah.
would just drop.
Yes.
It's not going to go that way.
Got it.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the styrofoam's in that right now.
Correct.
Wow.
Crazy.
That is mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Wow.
I never knew that, obviously.
Yeah. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. And to be honest, I've obviously watched The Office before, but I tried rewatching for this big
Okay.
day today.
Okay.
And I realized I was watching the Peacock extended cut version.
Okay.
So it took a lot longer. So I got up to season 3.
Okay.
But I just noticed in season 2, a lot of character development was a little slower for like Kelly and you, and it was mainly obviously like Steve Carell and like, the bigger guys. Was that done on purpose, or did you guys know that The Office was gonna be like a huge hit?
No.
Or yeah.
No. I mean, and look, the plan was always to, well, obviously bring in a larger office of people and to extend and develop the characters as we went along. But there was the British version of The Office. And so there was a handful of us, and my character included, that came from a character there. So they all sort of started there.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you look at Michael Scott, Steve Carell's character, came from Ricky Gervais.
Mm-hmm.
When you go toward the end, they're two very different beasts. Like, I always say, like, they did 12 episodes over there because there was nothing to be done but for him to be fired, like, or him not to work there anymore, right? But so stuff like finding more redeeming qualities, likable. The writers just kind of fell in love with, let's just call it Kevin's childlike sensibility, and that sort of playfulness and joy. And like this, they used, really Rainn Wilson as Dwight and me as doing a lot of the physical comedy stuff.
Yep.
And so they just sort of developed. And so as that happens over, it was a decade.
Yeah.
The characters, of course, they change or whatever.
Yeah.
But I have a nerdy justification for when people say, like, there's quite a bit of change
Yeah.
in Kevin. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah. I'm down.
Okay. So there's a camera crew that's filming the employees at Dunder Mifflin. So my justification for Kevin's becoming more childlike and different is that when the camera showed up, he was very, very shy
Oh.
of the cameraman, and then over a year he started going out to beers with them and feeling more comfortable around them.
Poor Richard.
And so poor Richard, the bog. So more of his true personality came
That's
out.
awesome.
I was gonna say, because Kevin really is like very soft spoken at like the first couple of seasons. But as obviously what you were saying, as the seasons go on.
It is. It's so funny though. It's almost like, I mean, this is not intentional. Again, it's like what the writers fell in love with. But the very first moment, because people ask me like what I borrowed from the set and never returned. But one of the things was a giant pencil that sat on my desk for the 10 years. And the reason why is when the cameras first come and Michael is introducing all the characters, he says something like, I should look it up because I never get the quote, I'm sure, right? But he says something like, Kevin, he's not that great of an accountant, but he's a great entertainer. And I'm sitting there with this giant pencil, which is actually a piggy bank, like thick, like thicker than this, the pencil. And I'm pretending to write and looking over at Oscar to see if he'll laugh, which in a way is sort of out of character in a way to how I was in the beginning.
Yep.
Like that sort of like glint in the eye. Am I going to get him to laugh or whatever? So, there was stuff that was there.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, JoyMode. Let's call it the obvious. Everyone wants to head into the bedroom with confidence, but the problem is sometimes our thoughts get in the way of our performance, or maybe we're just not reaching our full potential. Imagine a supplement you can take that gives you that extra dose of confidence and saves you the embarrassment and hassle of a traditional erection pill. JoyMode Sexual Performance Booster is an all-natural science-backed solution to increase blood flow, firmness, stamina, and performance. It comes in a palm-sized packet for you to stir into 6 to 8 ounces of water 45 minutes before sexual activity and watch the magic unfold. Redefine your intimacy and go to usejoymode.com for 20% off and free shipping with code ZAZ. Ingredients with integrity. JoyMode. Tots' 31st birthday is coming up, and oh baby, I may be a little mentally not ready because I'm so focused on presents, dinner, and making dinner, and I'm not going to be ready for the bedroom, but thanks to JoyMode, I can stir that 6 to 8 ounces. I wait 45 minutes. She's opening her presents for 45 minutes, and then I'll be waiting in bed. She'll be coming in after she eats, opens those presents, and she opens up me, and I'm ready. Oh baby, thanks JoyMode. JoyMode Sexual Performance Booster is like a pre-workout, but for sex, and is designed to support erection quality, firmness, and sex drive. I don't know about you, but I'll never go back to the over-the-counter drugs after trying JoyMode. It's small enough to fit in your wallet and take with you on the go. Go to usejoymode.com and get 20% off with code ZAZ at checkout. That's 20% off and free shipping with code ZAZ at usejoymode.com. Great sex solved naturally. Thanks, JoyMode.
I mean, 10 years, do you ever look back at some, like, when you rewatch the show at all? Do you even remember the days that you were filming? Like,
When I go back, I went back and watched it. I don't know. Maybe it's been now a year, but I went back and watched it through, and it's watching the episodes makes me think back to those places. And usually it's something like particularly funny that happened off screen, or like miserable shooting conditions, or like something like that. Like the episode, and this was really early on, where Ryan starts the fire in the toaster oven. So there's the fire, not the fake fire drill, but when he starts it, and we're all out, and the episode essentially takes place with us in the parking lot. It was, we knew it would air in like fall time in Scranton. So we have like jackets on and stuff, and it's like 114 degrees in the valley.
Shit, it actually looks so cold.
And it was so miserable. Like, it felt like my shoes. Oh, did I lie? Or are people not wearing jackets?
Well, I mean, your outfit looks too hot anyway.
Yeah,
for that time of year.
Well, I guess I was wearing a jacket. It was like, it felt like my shoes were melting on the parking lot.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So like, I'll think of things like that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The basketball, the
That's real.
warehouse versus
Yeah.
You can hoop.
I can.
Yeah, and I wanted to know your background. Like, did you play high school?
I kind of gave it up. I played early. I played through. Yeah, I played into high school, but it was that was not scripted. So people say like improv. So improv is sometimes not like a joke, but
You drain like
I mean,
5
I
in a
was
row.
Yeah, dude.
that's what was on network. It was 13 in a row. If you get the DVD from 15 feet, like free throw line extended around. So what it was, and by the way, in work shoes and a
Which is like
jacket,
a flex.
a jacket
Like a
and tie.
flex.
Yeah, man.
It's the best flex to have.
Well, here's the thing: is that I was young. I mean, I was young, not super young. I was young when the show started. So what? This sounds horrible, and I don't really mean this in that way. But what do boys do? Young men do when they're handed a ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
You dribble it and you start shooting. So like they would call cut. And I would go out and me, and it was mostly like me and Krasinski. He was like taunting me and saying he was better than me. And so we would play horse and we would blah, blah, blah. And now there's about 6 people who take credit for this, but someone said, hey, so at the end when it goes, Brian, just go shoot. And they told the cameras like, just swing around and do it, and we just
kept it in.
They just kept going.
You were draining. It was nothing but net.
That's real. That's all
That's
real.
sick.
That's probably the
There's
best thing to have, like the best
no
flex.
edit. And that, by the way, too, what was one take that we did it one time. Thankfully, I made however many, and then we went. And Greg Daniels, our creator, literally apologized to me when the final cut got together. He was like, it was so unbelievable, but we only have like 22 minutes for this episode. Like we can't do the entire episode of you just making baskets.
Highlight reel.
As cool as that is, we'll put it on the DVD or whatever. Yeah.
They gotta make a mixtape.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like the one time you could say like, "Oh, you guys were filming that? Oh, wow, I didn't know. Whoa, you guys were recording." Do you ever get a say in the Peacock extended cut stuff? Like,
No.
yeah, so they just piece together like Peacock and just piece together whatever.
I have not done that actually. I have not gone back. There are things like if people start like deep diving me, asking questions, there are a few things that I can't like that I'll remember something that we shot and I'm like, was that in the episode or not? Like I can't remember. Now it probably all is.
Yeah. Which is so crazy. Like, how do you so they cut up obviously like the 22-minute episodes for The Office, but then they just kept the crew of NBC just kept the footage and then just pieced it together just later on.
Yeah. No, they would assemble it would typically be, and this was with improvisation or like, more full storyline, like there's an A story, a B story, say a C story, and they would play those out and people would improv. And so the assembly on our shows were usually 40, 45 minutes. So you're cutting like half to get down to that. And a lot of the cuts, like, okay, that doesn't work as well, or that goes on too long, or we don't need that beat for the story. But yeah, it was always incredibly difficult, at least those last few minutes, to decide what they were going to take out or whatever. I directed later on, and so I was like, I don't know how to choose.
Yeah.
It's funny going back to the basketball thing. I have experience, but in a more negative way, where I was an extra.
You did not make 13 in a row.
I was an extra for this like Adult Swim pilot, and I was so pumped. I was like 18. I was like, oh man, I love Adult Swim. This is like so excited. And they asked, hey, do any of the extras know how to play basketball? And, I'm young. I'm ambitious. I said,
You're the young kid with the ball.
Yeah, the
You're
young
young
kid with the ball.
You got the NBA shirt
So
on.
they gave me the jersey. They gave me the ball, and they set up the camera rig where like some guys essentially like standing by the hoop the entire time. And it took me 40 minutes to make one layup. And the shoot had to go.
Layup?
Yeah,
The most
a layup.
uncoordinated athlete.
Eventually I did make it, but later in the cut they used a shot where I just didn't make it at all.
They just use them as a joke.
And then later I saw
my
the
God.
producer of the thing, and he was like, dude, you cost us like 20 grand because we had to go over schedule
No.
just because of you. Yeah.
My
Don't give me
God.
Yeah.
You really think you cost 20 grand?
That's what he told me.
Oh, I thought he was just giving you a hard time.
No.
Damn. When did, just go back to the Peacock stuff, like when did they decide to start using was there a certain year, a point of like when they took on The Office, they were just like, oh, we need to give the fans something else to look at?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, so we were on, it was 8 years, six to 8 years, at least 6 years on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you heard, it did pretty well for them over there on Netflix.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, I think it was, I mean, I wasn't in the room where it happened, but they decided they wanted that asset back, and they were launching Peacock. So I know that they got us, and they sort of used the launch of our show combined with like the Olympics coverage to kind of try to bolster Peacock. So I think, they're just looking for.
Gotcha.
Have you ever met
material.
the UK version of yourself? Have you talked to
I
him?
have. And I know this is not funny at all. He just passed away.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nope.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. No, I know. It's yeah.
What was it like talking to him when you reached out? Or who reached out first?
I can't remember. So weirdly, I don't want to be wrong about this, but I met a bunch of them. Maybe it was like our first year or something, the Emmy stuff. Like they were weirdly still sort of involved, or maybe it was their Christmas special. Because they did a Christmas special, they did season 1, season 2, and then they did a Christmas special. Or I'm totally wrong about that. And it was like extras or something that Ricky Gervais was also doing. And a bunch of them were like at Emmy parties or something, or Golden Globes, or, something like that. So I've met pretty much all of them. I mean, obviously Stephen Merchant and Ricky Gervais, they didn't work so much on ours, but they were around occasionally and stuff. But we got to know them all a little bit. Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. Getting into maybe just your everyday personal life. Like, what are you watching just as an actor? Like, what? I'm always curious.
When you're not behind the grill.
Yeah. What are you?
Great. That's a great question. So did you guys watch Severance?
Yeah.
Yes,
I love
really
Severance.
good.
I loved Severance.
It was really good.
And I don't know what's happening. And I to the producers, I'm rooting for you. It's taken a really long time to come back with season 2.
Ben Stiller said it was coming out soon.
And
I'm so glad you mentioned this. They actually just dropped an image today.
Wow.
Maybe even
perfect timing.
Oh, here we go. An hour ago,
A teaser?
A teaser?
there might be
An
a teaser,
hour ago?
yeah. An hour
so again,
ago.
you can find out when we're recording this
yeah.
episode.
Here's the first look at season 2.
It's a boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Gender reveal.
I was a big fan of that show, so I keep mentioning it. It makes me very nervous that it's taken them so long. I know that there was some issues and stuff, but hopefully, so I'm really excited about that. Did you guys watch Baby Reindeer?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There was a lot of anxiety.
It should be mentioned for sure.
That was really, really, really good.
It was really good.
And I didn't know that it was a true story until I saw all the talk show stuff.
But is it true? I haven't seen the talk show stuff.
I think so.
She went on Piers Morgan, and she was just like the character portrayed on the
Yeah, she lied about like
Web
everything.
of Lies. Yeah. Like, I don't really like. At one point, she's like, "Yeah, I don't really like call him. I don't have his number." And then she goes, "Yeah, when I texted him," and Piers was like, "Wait, I thought you didn't have her number, like his number."
Yeah,
it's scary.
Pretty crazy.
It's scary.
Wow.
So now that you
wait, so the real person is doing a publicity tour?
Yeah, she's trying to recover her name or make her name better in the.
But she's making it
rehabilitate.
Worse. Yeah,
rehabilitate her name.
Yeah.
All right, fascinating.
I think this is her.
Years
her.
ago, I'm scared to Google up BBC breaking news. I'm certainly scared to Google up the Daily Mail.
Okay, I'm gonna be watching this probably on the way home.
It's a great. It's
really good.
It's a great.
Sorry,
yeah.
I'm not
Stop
even sure
watching
if I
this.
like Piers Morgan, but I'm gonna watch that.
It's
Yeah,
a great
I'm
watch.
going to.
You got the good get.
Wow, they did a really good job.
That was a really good show, but I didn't know that it was all real until all like the Piers Morgan and the other interviews were happening.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm watching that. What else am I watching? I don't know. I'm a big Well, what I know that I'm watching, because I think I watched, like, I was on a plane, like I told you before yesterday. I think I watched like 6 episodes. The greatest show in the history of television that I wasn't in, for me, is The Sopranos.
Wow.
I'm a big
Yes.
Sopranos guy.
Oh, nice.
I'm a big Sopranos guy.
Oh, you're rewatching
And
it.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so
I don't know how many times now,
Yeah.
but it, like, this is like kudos to HBO/Max marketing people. I like was, it was, again, like, I know we all do it, right? You start flipping through like what is out. I know I've heard of things. I have a list, but sometimes I don't remember where that list is of things that people have told me to watch. And I was just had on Max and just on the like banner, just 25th anniversary, The Sopranos. And I was like, all right, I'm in. I'll go. All right, fine.
My 25th
crazy.
time watching.
Yeah.
Back in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Our stage manager just told me before we started recording that today's the 17th anniversary of the finale airing.
Today.
Damn.
And I actually wanted to ask you.
Such good marketing.
Yeah.
For some-
I know, right? Yeah. Stop watching this. Head over to Max. I wanted to ask you. It seems kind of settled at this point, but do you think Tony lives or dies in the last scene? Oh, the spoiler. Sorry.
You can't say it
put
after you ask the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot say
Well, for the
spoiler.
listeners that haven't seen it 25 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably.
Probably what? Lives?
Huh?
Probably
lives?
dies.
No, probably doesn't.
Yeah.
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 I don't know the tone of our conversation here today, but I'm going to tell you a story. So I used to play golf.
Yeah.
I'd still play golf, but I had 2 hobbies. I played golf and played poker. And I was starting a new relationship, and I realized that those 2 things take a lot of time. So like doing golf, and so I gave up poker. Not like, it wasn't like because I still gamble a lot, but I sort of get, that is a reference. That is because I did play poker a lot at the time. So I gave up playing poker, and I get a message from my publicist at one point. It was like, hey, I know you're not really doing this. And it wasn't like I had a problem. It was just truly like, this takes too long. This is not a great. Yeah. There was a charity poker event. She said, I'm sending this to you because I know how you feel about him. There was a charity poker event hosted by James Gandolfini. And I was like, okay, I'm in. So we show up, and I had met him, but exactly like I was talking about the British office people, like at SAG Awards, like said hello. And so I show up at this poker event, signed to a table, and he's sitting next to me. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know how to play Texas Hold'em, which is weird given the like the show.
Oh.
No, I mean it was
Got it.
for like the LA police department or LA firefighters. I think it was the LAPD. Just a fundraiser, but so we're talking about it. So he busts out pretty quickly. Doesn't care.
Yeah.
Busts out, and he just sits there, and we keep talking. And my brain, because I try to like be a right, responsible, good person, is like, like what I want to, like, I'm sort of having anxiety because I'm like, he's supposed to get up because other people come in, they start consolidating, and he's just sitting there and no one is saying a word to him. And I'm like, I'm great with this.
Yeah.
So we start chatting, and so I bust out eventually, and he stands up with me, and there were photographers there. So don't start finding it right now. Well, fine,
okay.
do whatever you want.
We'll take a
So
while.
I turn around, and the photographer says, guys, right here. And he puts his arm around me, and we have a photo. So I knew this photo existed. And he turns to me like in this old sort of like, I don't know, maybe like 80s version, or maybe like Sopranos version. He has his arm around him. He goes, you want to get out of here and get a drink? And I go, yes. And again, my brain is like, this is your event that you're hosting. Like, what? There's a bar next door to the event. We walk in, order a drink. He's like Macallan's 12 or something like that. And when the server comes up, I will never forget this too. Like very like handshaking nervously. It's like, we just gave you the 24, like Macallan 24. Like we just gave you the better stuff. Like don't worry about it. We sat there and I had the most incredible night talking, probably an hour and a half talking about art, talking about, his sort of being defined by this character and me being defined by this character. And they went to James about replacing Steve when he left, but he wasn't sure he wanted to do that. And this was after that. And we had this incredible night, and he goes back in to like shake the hand of the person who wins. I saw him like just standing there in the corner, and he comes out and he goes, it was moving out to LA, and he says, we're going over to Chateau Marmont. You want to go over to Chateau Marmont? And I truly, and because I said it at the time, I said, in my brain, I went, this has been the most unbelievable first date. I'm not going to fuck this up. I'm going to go, and we'll see each other soon. And he died a month later.
Damn.
Fuck.
He was leaving to go to Europe, and I've told his son this. I have still never deleted the text on my phone that I sent to him, and I was like, "Hey, are you back yet?" or whatever. He passed away. It was like the most incredible thing, but it was so meaningful to me because I love and respected him so much. Yeah. And that was just like a crazy life experience.
The timing for you to be able to like spend so much time with him, like a month,
was insane.
That's such a crazy.
It was
feeling.
insane. Just this, like, truly, like, just the world, just like deciding. Mm-hmm. And I think and everyone who I've talked to, I know Jamie Lynn a little bit, and had her on the podcast actually, and have had a few of them actually from the cast on the podcast, and everybody talks about how generous he was and how great he was. And I mean, he had we didn't really know. I mean, we knew each other, but we didn't know each other at all. Yeah. And that he just and it was just like, and he had this like whole team there, right? Because he's like hosting this event, and it's just him and I sitting there at this bar, like. I'll never
forget.
A
meaningful conversation too, not just like
real.
Hey, I'll see you around. Yeah.
A real conversation, like a real connect. No camera, no one. Yeah, exactly. We're like around the corner from this whole event where everyone's probably like, "Where's James?" Yeah. Anyway, it's crazy. Really cool. So I've told a version of that story on my Instagram, and the picture is there. I went to the event, and I was like, "You guys, I need this picture."
Yeah. Going back to like your character just being like, do you ever feel like you're just stuck in that character, or do you ever feel like you've extended yourself out of it?
It's a weird thing because The Office might be the first show in the history of television that got bigger once we were done. Yeah. And in some ways sort of continues to. I mean, the pandemic thing was obviously like, a very different situation. I think it brought a lot of new people to the show. It's now like required viewing for like junior high / high school. So it's like, that's cool. I mean, like, cool. It's just still like, it's still sort of repopulating. And so growing in a way. And so because of that, the association is just 100% there. Yeah. It's just
it's a legacy at that point.
Yeah. And so for me, part of what I've done, I did write a book about that too, by the way. I'm a New York Times bestseller. You should have mentioned that in your introduction.
Zach?
I got distracted with the knee slap. I was so focused on executing.
The knee slap. So I've just tried to be authentic to the things that I really like. And hopefully I think people see me through sports or cooking. I mean, getting to know more me, but sort of redefining myself through some of the stuff that I've done in terms of legacy wise on the show.
That's awesome. That's incredible.
Oh yeah. signing you off in a sports way, how do you think your Packers are going to be doing this year?
I think they're going to be really good.
I think you have I'm a Niners fan, so we'll probably see you again.
Sorry about that. I mean, we should have beat you.
Yeah.
We should have beat you.
Jordan Love, I think, could be a top 10. Well, he's already top 10. It's tough to say top 5. He'll be up there in the NFC this year. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think they're going to be good.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be good. I hate the Niners so much, man.
And I hate the Packers.
I hate the Niners so much. So much. Oh, my God. So much. In fact,
Okay.
I
like 4 or 5 times.
I'm not a Chiefs fan. I went to the Super Bowl just to root against the Niners this year.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't like them at all. There's really not
Did
much
you place a bet
likable
against
about
them
them.
too?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, nice. You got your money.
Absolutely cashed. Maybe the biggest bet of my life on the Chiefs.
Wait, what do you not like about the Niners? That's a very broad question. Okay,
like
there we go.
about
All
the
right.
Niners. Have you ever been?
Yeah.
Did you ever go to the old Candlestick Park?
No, I didn't go to Candlestick. Windy, cold, boring, or frustrating.
People
to, like-
talk about Oakland Raiders fans
Oh, really?
being a certain way.
This makes me feel good.
There's a stereotype about that.
I like being that kind
The
of.
Niners is.
I agree.
All right, can we full on curse here?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you. We're signing off. I'll leave you with this. I'll leave you with this story. I am on the field for a playoff game. I won't remember the year right now.
Candlestick?
At Candlestick, Packers, Niners. I'm friends with Aaron Rodgers. I am on the field, and I have been on the field with him before, and he's, it's like if I'm at work or whatever. But on this particular day, where I was positioned was not a far run for him, and he came over to say hi.
Mm-hmm.
He came over to say hi to, and quick exchange. I said hello, and he ran away. So I'm looking at him, and the whole time I'm with a few people, and then a person down, say 3 people down from me, is yelling, Aaron, for the kid, Aaron, for the kid. Now, I'm really good in these situations, even if they were saying Brian or saying, I have I can not flinch. I can just stay focused. Mm-hmm. He was doing the same thing. Aaron, for the kid. And he says hello to me. Brief exchange, turns around. I've said before, I gave him the old ass slap, I'm in the game, which I'm not. So then it just becomes weird. And he runs away. And the second he starts running away, this guy with a kid who's about 7 years old goes, well, fuck you. We didn't want you here anyway. I'm like, one, you're with your kid. You're with your kid right now, and you're yelling that at a player who you have just been begging to come over and go away. That is a Niners thing.
I agree.
Did you see the Celtics kid that got the selfie with Luka? And then after he was going away in the tunnel, he said, "Still Celtics in 4." After the kid got the selfie with Luka. I also hate Celtics. Celtics fans are a breed of their own.
I'm not a Boston sports fan either. I respect the hell out of you guys.
Can you just leave my phone real quick, please? Thank you. It's still Celtics in 4, though. You know it's Celtics in 4, right? Celtics in 4.
Dude, what a rat kid, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, that dude just got a selfie with him.
Just stone cold. You know that, right? You know that.
Thanks for the pick, though.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, your cookbook is out now.
Out now.
Right?
Everywhere you can get it, right?
Yep. Available wherever you buy books.
There you go, baby. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite recipe from the book?
I actually, the chicken one, I do that
Oh, the TikTok.
truly once or twice a week. It's
Wow,
I would say once a week, maybe 5 times a month, but it's just a total standard. There's a recipe in there for this Italian dressing marinade on the grill with this whipped garlic sauce that is just
Whipped garlic sauce looks crazy.
is so good.
I think for garlic, yes.
I call it sauce. I don't even know. It's
like a paste.
Yeah, that's right.
Make you
I can
eat
do a
it.
paste.
Yeah, okay.
But thank you, Brian, very much for coming on the Zach Wahlid Show.
Yep.
Peace and blessings. Go buy his freaking seriously good cookbook, guys. The barbecue cookbook.
Please, thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was fun.
Of course.
Thanks,
Thanks for
Brian.
coming.
Goodbye, friends.
Bye.
Bye.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.